Hey friends, I want to share with you this gorgeous flugelhorn from our friends over at Taylor Trumpets. This is the Fatboy Flugel, spelled Phat. This one was a custom order for a customer. He wanted it in lacquer and he wanted it with these really beautiful navy finger buttons. See if hopefully it'll focus on that. But these navy finger buttons are really, really exquisite. Only like $100 upgrade to add those finger buttons, which isn't very expensive. This instrument, like I mentioned, is lacquer, so this look you see here, it'll always look like this. Well, I guess eventually the lacquer could wear off, but other than that, it's gonna always look like this. It comes with a hard shell case, which I'll be honest, I don't love. It's okay, it's compact and form-fitting, but there's basically no storage inside of it. But I bet most people who are getting a flugel, they're gonna probably have like a guard trumpet flugel case or something like that. So it really isn't a big deal. Let's kind of look through the appointments here real quick. You've got these kind of like heavyweight appointments, so these heavyweight rounded rings. It's kind of interesting that that same ring that's used here for your finger ring is also used as a brace there on the bell. Um, Heavyweight valve caps, heavyweight valve tops up there, all designed to just provide more focus to the sound. Um, Third slide trigger, barrel style water keys. These have the hallmarks of Carol brass because they've got the nice kind of knurled grips on the end, so you can open them up to lubricate them or to fix them if they get stuck. Um, Carol brass valves. So essentially, you have a Carol brass valve block and little bits of trim and probably some slides and stuff. But then Taylor, in my opinion, it looks like Taylor has made the bell and all the way going to the branch here. Um, they may have made the lead pipe, um, but uh, and that assembly, they might have also made that. And then they did also make the mouthpiece. It comes with an official Taylor mouthpiece. And I've played it just for a couple of minutes. I played literally a few notes before this thing started. Um, and it plays nice. It's kind of like a Dennis Wick style flugel mouthpiece, but it sounds rich and lovely. Uh, they first came out with the Fat Boy like in 2003, and mainly they just did it sort of on a lark of just trying. Taylor's always trying to push the envelope of making a different visual appeal. And over the years, they've refined it and improved the design, but they kind of realized they had a hit on their hands when they first made it. Realized that man, this is actually a really really nice sounding instrument. Uh, and unlike some flugel designs that are going for these big, broad sounds, this one's going for kind of like a warmer take on those old like Queenon designs, so like the old, more vintage kind of flugel designs. And it sounds really lovely, especially like for jazz and stuff like that. I think this is one of my favorite flugels on the market, and honestly, at its price point, at I think current price today right now is around $4,300 US for this instrument and lacquer. Like you just can't beat it. Like I think it's probably one of the best overall playing instruments in that price point. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention, which I can't believe, in addition to the sexy bends and stuff, but you got this lead pipe bend here, which for me is not really a huge advantage, but a lot of folks kind of tend to play a little downstream. Not sorry, I shouldn't say that. Shouldn't call it downstream. It's because that's not technically well. It is probably true, but with a horn at a downward angle. Let's call it that way. I don't want to get too complicated on pedagogy here. Um, and so it ends up making the flugelhorn, pointing to the floor as if there's an audience down there. But with having the bend and this section of pipe here, it allows pretty much every player to more easily get the horn straight out. Now, with a player like like me, it's going to be like above level. um, but for I think for your average flugel player, they're going to find that they're actually able to play this instrument and have it go straight out. Why does that matter? Well, it's kind of twofold. One, the audience is out that way, so that helps. The audience isn't down at the floor; they're out there, right? So having our instrument face that way is nice. But also, because the instrument is now like more up vertically, when you are reading music off to the side or whichever side you read on, I bet most of us are reading off to the left. Um, because the bell is up, it's kind of out of the way. Whereas a lot of times with flugel, if you kind of angle down here normally, it's probably right around your eyesight line of where the music's at. So it's easier to read music with this flugel. So that's not something most instruments can claim that they will make you a better sight reader. So the fact that this can do that's really cool. All right. Let's listen to a little bit of it. It's the morning here, and I'm not a morning player, so just I'll tell you now, I'm not going to sound great. So forgive me for any of that. And I don't have anything worked up, so I'm just going to riff on something in E minor, just to let you kind of hear the sound of it. So as you can hear, like God, it is so rich and buttery, and it has this gorgeous sound. And it's crazy easy to play. I mean, these are the first notes of the day, and on a flugelhorn with a cup that's like a bathtub, able to easily play those high E's. It's just really, really lovely. So the Taylor Phat Boy Flugel, one of my favorites, available over at ErnieWilliamson.com. Go to erniewilliamson.com. That's the music store that I own. If you want to support the channel, support me, support our trumpet builders, you can go there. We get great service. We generally ship most things pretty much every day. If you place an order today, it's probably going out today unless the order comes in like, their UPS is picked up. But we're pretty quick on getting stuff out. Generally by the next business day or by the next weekday, it'll generally go out if not before. You'll get tracking info sent to you. Anytime I see a trumpet order come through the site, you'll get a personal email from me thanking you for the order. And just so you know, that email is like, that's not an automated thing. Like that, I literally click your email address and type in the thank you and all that. So I think sometimes people assume like it's automated, which if I was smart, I probably would automate it. But right now, the folks that order through the channel, which many of you have, I just want to make sure that you know that I appreciate it and that I appreciate your support. So anyway, head over to Ernie Williamson Music. You get free shipping, and honestly, unless you're in Missouri or Kansas, because we have stores in those two states, you get also no sales tax at this point too, which you can't beat. So anyway, head on over and check this out. If you're in the market for a flugel and you've got about $4,000 to spend, this is probably where I'd spend it, friends, no doubt. All right, take care. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.